Hello everybody, how are we doing today? As you guys are logging in, I'm going to have you write in the comment box one thing that makes you feel really happy. Could be your kids, could be a particular workout, keep it clean. But today here in Madison, Wisconsin, it's kind of a rainy, cloudy day. So I want to read what makes you smile. What makes me smile is thinking about my two little boys. I have a 1-year-old and a 1-year-old who's actually going to be 5 years old really soon too. So those things make me smile so much, especially on rainy days and sad days. So take a minute, write one thing that makes you really, really smile, and I want you to hold on to that thing during your workout today. I want this workout to be full of positivity and lots of energy. Welcome back to TRX Strength and Straps. Once again, we're focusing on a strength training type workout. Today's foundational movements are squatting and pulling. We're gonna go through 4 different exercises, 4 sets of each exercise with a goal of working really, really hard and challenging that strength. At the end of all of that, we're going to do your challenge exercise, which we did back on week 2 if you've been following my workouts. We're going back to the TRX low row. 1 set, as many times as you can do it. And then of course we'll start with our warm-up and end with a wonderful cool down with some fantastic stretches. So let's get moving with our warm-up. We're going to start with your TRX standing rollout. So straps are at mid-length. I'm going to have you stand facing away from the anchor point. Give me that nice, strong, active plank. We're bracing your core at the beginning of your workout. Buns tight, shoulders down and back, and roll it out just a touch. Brace and return. We're going 30 seconds with each one of these exercises, and I want you to have that really nice, strong, tight, braced plank. Let's do some body checks. Are those shoulders? Are your ears, shoulders, hips, and ankles in perfect alignment? Are you really squeezing those buns tight? Let's see, today we're gonna make 4 quarters out of $1. You're gonna put a dollar bill in those butt cheeks, squeeze it tight, making 4 quarters, and release. Squat row combo. Again, straps at mid-length. Today we're doing lots of squatting and pulling, so this is a perfect warm-up exercise. Lean back, walk it under just a touch. Chest is up tall and proud. Bend your knees, get a nice deep squat as low as you safely can. Enjoy that stretch. Come up to your plank. Give me a row, engaging behind the shoulder blades, and plank, alternating between the two. Squatting and rowing. Enjoy that hip stretch on the bottom. We're using those hips a lot. Engage behind your shoulder blades on top. Are you keeping those shoulders down and away from your ears? Do you still have that nice, strong, tight core we established during those standing rollouts? How low can you safely drop that bum and feel a nice stretch? Let's bend and straighten those knees a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Forward lunge with Y-fly. As always, my favorite warm-up exercise. Stand facing away from the anchor. Arms straight out in front in your Franken plank position. Shoulders down and back out of your ears. Give me a big step forward with your right foot. Bend the left knee down, up. Now press into the handles, stand back up like you're slamming the hood of a car door. Alternate each side. If you want to hang out at the bottom a little bit longer, if you've got some really tight hips today, feel free to stop at the bottom of that and open up your hips with a nice, feel this stretch through your chest, through your shoulders, and again, as always, engaging your core as you press down in those handles really hard. Make sure you're breathing big inhales and exhales. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go to our single leg hip hinges. Straps are staying at mid-length. You'll turn facing your anchor. Walk it back, arms straight out in front of you. Let's center your left foot to the anchor. Press down on those handles, feeling your core engage. Hinging forward, get a bit of a stretch, and come right back up. Try not to touch your right foot unless you need to. For your body check here, making sure your shoulders, your hips, and your back heel are in that nice straight line. You're actively pressing down into those handles. Your toes of that upward foot are pointed down toward the floor, and your hips are square toward the floor. We've got 5. Oh, that stretch feels good. 4, 3, 2, right away, switch feet. Continue. You might notice a difference in sides. Maybe this side's a little more mobile. My right side is a little looser. My left side has always been a bit tighter. As a gymnast, I could get my right splits just fine. My left splits, I don't think I ever actually got them all the way. And now as a 40-year-old, there are no more splits happening. We have 5, 4, nice stretch and lengthen. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do your lateral lunges. Give me a nice wide stance. Toes pointed directly forward. Find that nice tall posture. Bend one knee. Stretch it down. You decide how low you go. This should feel really good though. Side to side. The goal is not really strengthening now. It's just moving side to side, unloading your body weight by pulling on those handles. You can turn this into that Cossack stretch by picking up your toes on one side, allowing you to go just a little bit further and feeling it in your hamstrings just a little bit more. And remember, you don't have to go as low as I'm going. This is totally individual. Some of you might be right here, and that's fine. But remember, you want your posture upright, and I'm not falling backwards. I'm lowering straight down like an elevator. If I were to let go here, I'd be just fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Staying right where you are. We're going to end that golfer's rotation for our warm-up. Your shoulders down and back. Downward pressure on those handles. Rotate those hands up 180 degrees one way. Swing it down and through 180 the other way. Let's keep reaching and stretching and rotating. Try to make your body as long and tall and proud as you can on the end range of motion, keeping tension on those straps, keeping pressure on the handles. Make sure you're pivoting your feet and driving those hips as far around as you can. If you feel any back pain during this or your shoulders are hurting, just move back toward the anchor a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time to get this party started, guys. Remember, squatting and pulling. Let's start with some squatting. 30 seconds, regular TRX squat. Straps are at mid-length. Remember, we have 4 sets, and I'm going to progressively make these a little harder every time. Stand facing the anchor. 30 seconds, let's squat. Drop that bucket down and up. Now, you don't have a lot of load, so what I want you to focus on in this first set is how low can you safely go, and how many muscles can you use? On the way up, apart, trying to tear the floor apart underneath your feet to really engage your bum. To feel it behind your shoulder blades, I want you to gently tug on those handles with your middle fingers. You're not necessarily pulling yourself back up. That engagement in your upper back for awesome posture. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. 30 seconds. All right, you want to get crazy? We haven't done these yet. And they're a little more power and dynamic focused than strength, but everybody loves them. TRX Squat Jumps. Now, if you have a low ceiling, be careful. I don't want you to hit your head. If you don't like jumping, just do your regular TRX squats again. We're going in just a few seconds, but the movement is squat down, you'll pull, flip your hands over and push and jump and land with those knees soft. So you're not leaning back, you're not pulling yourself forward. We're going straight up and down in 3, 2, and 1. So it's a push and a pull, and you bend those knees right when you land, absorbing, going as low as you safely can. I do want you to challenge your height, but I also want that squat to look just as good as your first set of squats. We have 10 seconds left. Legs should be burning. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. I bet my camera is shaking up and down, isn't it? That doesn't make me feel very light at all. All right. Stretch out in your legs for a second. Enjoy this rest break. Second set. Jumping's optional. But if you are jumping, can you go a little higher? And what can you do to get yourself to go a little higher? Can you pull more with your arms? Can you press more with your legs? Can you do both? Let's give it a shot. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squat jumps. Absorb that landing. Really drive with your arms. Big press to the floor. If you weren't warmed up before, you sure are now. Keep breathing, inhaling, exhaling. Are those shoulders staying away from your ears? Are your knees tracking directly over your feet? We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and out. All right, shake it out. 30 seconds off. One more set. You always have the option to go back to those regular squats. You're in charge of the speed. You're in charge of the intensity. It's your workout in your house. Let's have some fun. 10 seconds left to catch your breath. Once again, can you go a little bit higher? Can you jump higher than me? I know we can't officially measure it, but I want you to try. I bet you can. I was a pole vaulter. I used a pole to get height, not my own hops. And 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Pull and push. Driving through the floor, pressing with your legs, feeling your arms doing some work too. Absorbing those landings. 10 seconds left. Oh Lord. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that burned. Grab a quick sip of water. As our first exercise, we're moving on to our second exercise for 4 sets. We're gonna do a shoulder series. So some pulling movements. Gonna do your shoulder I, Y, then T, then A. Your straps should be at mid-length. If you've got longer arms, a bigger wingspan, feel free to lengthen your straps out just a little bit more. I'll keep mine at mid-length. For your I flies, you're gonna stand facing the anchor, arms come straight up above your head. One foot directly in front of the other. Make sure you hit this offset foot stance. This is what allows you to get full range of motion without running out of tension. One leg directly in front of the other, bend the back knee, lower back, stop. Is your body in one straight line? Are those ears, shoulders, hips, and ankles lined up? Is your bum tight, core braced? And pull it up right to the top. Let's go, gang. 30 seconds. Now that we've established your angle, let's do those body checks again. Are you keeping your body as straight as a surfboard? Just bending that back knee as you lower down, but your tail stays tucked. Are your arms staying totally straight? If you're bending your elbows, that means you're cheating. Are you keeping your ribs tucked in and core braced? The only thing that should be mobile with these are your shoulders and behind your shoulder blades. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Shake it out. That was your Y fly. Then we're gonna move to your I fly, straight up and down. I think that one's a little bit more challenging. Takes a little more range of motion, so make sure you stick with the I and not bringing it back to the Y. To make these harder, you can also walk underneath. And honestly, with the shoulder stuff, even creeping forward like 1/4 of an inch makes a huge difference. Let's get into that I position. Shoulders down and back, let's go. Bend the back knee, straight up tall. Nice. And you can decide which foot you have in front and which foot behind. But again, this offset foot stance enables me to really stick that landing on top so I don't run out of tension on the straps. Making sure you Stevie Wonder that neck, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears. We have 10 seconds left. I bet you're feeling it now, the whole backside of your body. Are those buns tight? 5, 4, 3, 2, and ouch. Good job. Shake it out. And it's okay during that 30 seconds to walk backwards a little bit if you need to. It's totally fine to always make those adjustments to your angle because that shoulder stuff can get really hard really quick. Next up will be a T fly. So you'll have your arms straight out to the side. We're going in 5, one foot directly in front of the other. Anchor the shoulder blades, bend the back knee, lower down to your plank, and arms totally straight, pull it open. Good, let's party for 30 seconds. Again, checking with your form. Are those arms staying straight? If you bend your elbows to come up, you're a cheater. Haha. Bend the back knee, big squeeze behind the shoulder blades. Should feel some fatigue there already after doing those first 2 sets. A lot of back work and shoulder work right now. Keeping that head and neck relaxed, changing your angle as needed. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out, roll it out. One more set of the shoulder series. We're going to the shoulder A-flies. A-flies, slightly smaller muscle groups. You might have to adjust your angle. You'll be standing facing the anchor. Palms are up this time. Again, one foot directly in front of the other. Shoulders set down and back. My arms stay totally straight. I'm going to bend the back knee and pull the backs of my hands toward the outside of my thighs, really setting those shoulder blades in my back pockets. 30 seconds, team. Let's go. Bend that back knee. Arms stay straight. If you bend your elbows, you've turned that into a triceps kickback. That's not what we're doing. We want you working from your shoulder joint right now. And again, picking an angle that allows you to be successful and safe, but also somewhat challenged. Those shoulder blades squeezed back. You're still holding on to that dollar bill, trying to make 4 quarters between your butt cheeks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swing out those arms, grab a sip of water. We're gonna move on to your hamstring bicycles. Whew. So hamstring bicycles. We're gonna get down to the ground. Your straps will be at mid-calf length. Remember to double check that mid-calf length. Have a seat. So those foot cradles are dangling just above your toes. That's how you know you're in the right spot. Now we have to get our heels in the foot cradles. Hold them wide in a Christmas tree. Tuck your knees into your chest. Squish your heels on top of your fingers and extend those legs, head and shoulders on the ground. Try not to fall asleep, but you do want to be relaxed down to the floor. Let your toes fall back towards your shins. Option 1, you can keep your bum down and drag one knee in at a time. Option 2, you pick your bum up and drag one knee in at a time. You want to avoid sawing the straps. We want to keep equal downward pressure in both sides. Are we ready, team? We got 30 seconds and hit it. Now in this position, as you're doing these hamstring bicycles, make sure your toes are back towards your shins and you're really driving downward into the foot cradles, whether your hips are down or they are up. Head and shoulders are hugging into the floor, really driving down to lift your hips up nice and tall. We have 10 seconds left. This one's no joke. And 5, keep dragging and pulling. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, that was our first set. Stretch out those hamstrings. You can sit up and lean over. You can swing those legs out a little bit. For our second set, I'm going to give you an option. Can you scoot backwards just a touch? You don't have to, but if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, try scooching back just a bit. We're going again in 10 seconds. Hamstring bicycles. Head and shoulders on the ground. And 3, 2, bum up if you can, and 1. Again, push down, drag it in. Today we're all about strength. So slow and deliberate and grinding, making sure that each repetition counts. You're gonna get in about 15 reps during this 30 seconds. Should feel just like a heavy set in the weight room. We have 10 seconds to go. Eyes are gazing up toward the ceiling. Don't worry about looking at your feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let them hang and swing. Or once again, you can reach over towards your toes, stretch out those hamstrings a little bit. For the next set, here's my challenge for you. If you'd like, we can make your base of support a little bit smaller. So you can either bring your arms in closer to your body, or you can try picking them up off the ground. That's gonna make it a little harder. Totally optional, but worth a shot if you wanna give it a go. We're going in. 3, 2, and 1. Hamstring bicycle. You're driving down, dragging those heels in towards your bum, pressing your head and shoulders into the floor. Big inhales and exhales, really working hard to press downward in the straps so you don't feel that seesaw of the straps. Oh yeah, this one's a lot harder. We got 10 seconds left. Push and drag. So good for you though, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it out. All right, we have one more set of these guys. The nice thing about you being at home doing this is you can probably say naughty words, which I'm not supposed to say right now. Our last set, if you can, try to scooch back one more notch with your bum. You don't have to. Remember, you can choose any modification, regression, or progression that we've already done. We're going, guys, in 5 seconds. Get down, head and shoulders down, and 3, 2, last set of hamstring bicycles, one knee in at a time. Push down and drag it in. Ugh. Good. Eyes are up, keep pushing down. Really squeeze your buns to lift the hips, hugging your shoulder blades into the floor, and you're in charge of this speed. But remember, it's not like an abdominal bicycle where you're flying through it. We're just pushing and dragging like a hamstring curl machine in the weight room. 5, 4, 3, 2, amazing, you survived. Come on up and out of there. We only have one more 4-setter before we do our challenge exercise. How are your looking today, guys? You want to improve your biceps for the beach, if your beaches are open? Let's do our TRX high biceps curls. Your straps are at mid-length, standing facing the anchor point. Now during this exercise, I want you to think about keeping your elbows high and only hinging at the elbows. So you're not doing any of this. It's only here to focus on those biceps. Standing facing the anchor point, let's find the end range. Pinkies are at my temples and my elbows are high. I'm digging my heels into the floor. Find that plank. Straighten your arms out. Pinkies back to the temples, shoulders down. Let's go, 30 seconds. Now, you're not gonna have as steep of an angle as you think you want to because biceps are not that strong of a muscle. I don't care who you are, you're going to have to modify your angle a little bit. The tricky part is keeping your elbows up high the whole time while you keep your shoulders down. And your pinkies are stopping right at that temple. The tighter you squeeze your tummy and your bum for that nice strong plank, the easier the rest of the movement will feel. 2 and 1, good, shake it out. All right, I'm gonna give you an option for this next one if you wanna give it a shot. We can do these same biceps curls, but as a reverse curl. So you can turn your palms down, thumbs are up at your head, and you're gonna bend in reverse. Those are harder. You're not gonna like it as much, but it's kind of a neat change if you wanna try it. We're going in 5 seconds, guys. If you're doing those reverse curls, thumbs at your temples. If you're doing the regular ones, pinkies at your temples, buns tight. Here we go, straighten the arms. Now your elbows should be close enough so that you squeeze a basketball between them. We wanna avoid letting your elbows flare. I should see that neck space, letting your shoulders fall away from your ears. Tickle tummy abdominals, nice and braced. Buns tight, really driving your heels into the floor as you do these. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. See, those beach muscles are getting better already. They're getting bigger already. I'm gonna go back to those regular biceps curls, palms up, but I'm gonna try to challenge my angle by walking under just a little bit. Remember, that's optional. We're gonna go again in 15 seconds, swing out those arms. In a few weeks, we're gonna experiment with a really cool exercise, these single arm high biceps curls. I think these are tricky, those are really mean. So we'll get to those in a few weeks. All right, ready guys? High biceps, and here we go. Straighten, squeeze and pull. Are you at that steeper angle? Even if you just do 2 or 3 reps at the steeper angle, it's totally okay to walk back a little bit. You can always make that adjustment, and that's one of the coolest parts of the TRX suspension trainer is how quickly you can adjust your load and your movement patterns. We have 10 seconds left. I'm gonna squeak it under just a little bit lower. 5, 4, 3, elbows up, 2, and 1. Swing it out. 30 seconds off. We're gonna do one more set of those high biceps curls, and then exercise. Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous. Do you guys remember how many reps you had of those rows several weeks ago? We'll find out, see if you can beat them today here. We're doing high biceps curls one more time. In 30 seconds, you have the option of the reverse curls, otherwise palms up. You can choose how steep of an angle you take. Let's get into position, going in 3, 2, and 1. Last 30 seconds of biceps curls, here we go. Eyes are up, shoulders are down. Now, if you're feeling fatigued, really lock in on that form. It's good to be tired, it's bad to wiggle your way through to get a few more reps. Are those shoulders down and back? Are you squeezing those buns? Keep working on that dollar bill, trying to squeeze it into 4 quarters. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, everyone walk up to your camera and make a huge bicep, even though I can't see it. Maybe post a picture of your biceps later. Do it, Sarah, so that'd be funny. All right, our challenge exercise, gang. We're doing your TRX low row until you fail. Here are our parameters. If you're following this baseline testing, in order, you have to have your feet directly beneath the anchor point. So if your straps are on a door, then just put your feet right up against the door. If they're hanging from somebody, line them up directly beneath them. Everything tight, you have to touch your rib cage for the rep to count. If you arch your back too much, the rep doesn't count. Now, if that's too steep of an angle for you and you can't complete a row, no problem. Just walk back a little bit, pick an angle that you want to use for your baseline testing, and that's where you're going to do your testing from. And try to remember, maybe even put like a little piece of tape on the floor or something, so that next time when we come back and test, you'll be able to test from that same spot and see some improvement. So I'm gonna do my rows. If you do more than I do, go ahead, keep going. I'm gonna start stretching right after, but I want you to finish your set. If you get done early, just start doing a few stretches, and then I'll join you stretching very shortly. All right, your TRX low rows. The straps are fully shortened. You're gonna be ground facing the anchor point. Ooh, I'm nervous. Feet directly beneath that anchor or up against your door. Nice, strong, active plank. Here we go. Are you squeezing behind those shoulder blades? Whew. I'm done. Oh, keep going, guys. When you finish, I want you to comment, floppy arms. I want you to comment how many TRX low rows you got. I got 16. I think my all-time best with those was like 20. So today I got 16. I want to see how many you got. And then let's do some stretching, guys. Nice work. Again, if you're still rowing, keep up with it. But don't cheat. You have to touch your rib cage for that rep to count. I might have to play back the video later to make sure my 16th rep actually did count. All right, let's start with your T-spine rotation. Straps are at mid-length. I'm gonna have you stand sideways to the anchor, grab onto one handle, and walk it all the way across the front of your body. My inside foot is in front, my outside foot is behind. That inside arm crosses over the top. Big inhale. Exhale, let that top arm fall away. Give me a few big inhales and exhales here. We're stretching out your thoracic spine. The T-spine is the part of your spine that's meant to be mobile, meant to rotate. And bring it in. Inhale. Exhale, fall away. Again, making sure the hand that's holding onto the handle, that whole arm is totally straight. No tension held up in here. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Body as straight as a cylinder. And inhale, bring it in. One more. Exhale, fall away. Again, give me those big inhales and exhales. And slowly bring it up. Let's switch sides, everybody. So turn around. Again, your straps are at mid-length. Other hand is going to pull across your body. Inside foot in front, outside foot behind. Inhale. Exhale. Fall away. Again, keeping those shoulders down and back out of your ears. Inhale. Bring that arm across the front. Exhale. Let that inside arm straighten. Body's nice and straight. Surfboard lined up body. Inhale. One more time. Exhale. Enjoy that stretch. You might even get a few snap, crackle, pops. And slowly bring that back into place. We're going to do a squat from the ground up. to really work on your hip mobility. On squatting days, sometimes I like to do this one in the beginning of my workout too, to make sure my hips, my knees, my ankles are moving really well. Your straps will be at mid-length, stand facing the anchor. We're gonna go through 3 of these together. Lean back, just a little bit. Feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Drop your bucket down as low as you safely can. For some of you it's here, some of you it's all the way down here. Now keeping your heels grounded, pull your body weight directly above your feet. Heels are still down. Stomp your feet around a little bit. Shift your weight side to side. Oh, let those hip joints settle into place. And then stand up. Let's do it again. It'll feel a little better this time. Lean back, drop the bucket down. Pull your body weight over your feet. And if you love this restorative stuff and this mobility stuff, check out Crystal and Shauna's TRX for yoga, the other Shauna, not me, and Chris's restorative corrective classes. They are so good. And those people are really smart. They're giving you some great workouts. And you pay nothing. And lean back. And one more time, drop that bucket down. Keeping your heels grounded, pull your body weight over your feet. Stomp around a little bit, shift the weight around a little bit. And, hips are feeling good. Finally, your chest and torso stretch. Straps stay at mid-length. Let's stand facing away from the anchor point. Walk it forward with those arms in a T, pressing those hands apart. One foot in front of the other, shoulders down and back. Give me a big inhale. And an exhale, pressing those hands apart. Oh, good. Should feel really, really good. I'm not kidding. I got my screen time report this week for how much I was on my computer. I need to be doing this stretch quite a bit more here. And move back just a touch. I'm gonna have you drop one arm down, reach the other one over the top of your body, really stretching through your whole side body. And then the other side, drop that arm down, reach the other over the top. Good, and let's step those feet together, forward fold, take a bow. And come on up, give yourselves a hand. Wonderful job today, everybody. Hey, if you logged in late in the beginning of the workout, I had everybody comment with one thing that just makes them feel really happy. What is something that they think about when they need to go to their happy place? I want you to leave that comment. We also are having people comment on how many low rows they got for that testing today. Next week, we're going to do lunging and rotating, and we're revisiting that TRX lunge testing to see if you increase that number from last time as well. Anyway, it was so much fun hanging out with you guys today. To see you next week for TRX Live. Have a great day. Bye.